right. Off to a flying start here. All right. It is Tuesday, October 18th, 2022, and from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, I'm Marshal Manlove from Delaware Sports and My Sports Reports. This being an interview edition of our program here today. I'm going to try something new here technically, so it will help my guests a little bit here shortly. But before we get started, I would like to just quickly mention that this show is brought to you by me, Marshal Manlove, stage hypnotist. If you would like a funny, fascinating, and memorable experience for a party or an event that you are having, check out my website at marshalmanlove.com. You'll find out all you need to know. And special thanks go out to the folks at Jazzercise in Middletown. One of the proprietors there runs a very active Facebook group page for parents of high school athletes, and they are kind enough to post up links to the video that I produce here in that group page. I guess I should also mention that I sell real estate too, and my real estate website's marshalmanlove.foxroach.com. All right, now the fun's going to begin. All right, let me see if I can pull this off here. In a moment, my guests will appear, but I have to turn off the... All right, we're going to turn off this first. All right, so far so good. Oh boy, it's getting interesting now. Let's turn that on over there. Let's turn... What's going on? Fail to capture. Let's see. You've got to turn this off. Deactivate. That's what it is, Marshall. There we go. Now we press that one. Come on. What are you doing? There we go. That's there. Now. Oh, I should have a budget, and then maybe I could pay someone to do all this stuff for me. All right. Let me press this button. Hopefully, when I press this button, my guests will appear. Yes. Success. Oh, yeah, there you are. Oh, wow, I can't believe I actually pulled that off. Let me put up one more little graphic there. Yes, there we go. Members of the Tatnall Field Hockey program, their head coach, front and center. Introduce yourself, ladies, first with the head coach of the Tatnall Hornet Field Hockey team.
My name is Kelsey Martin, head coach.
Hi, I'm Rachel Whitehead.
Lydia Colasante.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for putting up with what was a different kind of introduction to one of these things that you might have seen before. All right. First of all, your team right now is undefeated under the second-year guidance of Kelsey Martin here. What's your record in your 2 years here so far as head coach?
My record so far is 24-3.
That's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. And what got you into this particular program, Coach? How'd you get involved with this?
I graduated from Tatnall in 2015. I played field hockey for 4 years at Tatnall. Went on to college, and when I came back in 2019, I was looking for a way to stay around the sport, and the assistant coach job at Tatnall was open. So
hang on one second, because I see that I need to fix something here. Something's not coming through properly. Hang on. Glad I checked this. Hang on. All right. Let me go back to my other way of doing this because it's not coming through on the YouTube page right now. Hang on here. All right, we're going to turn this off. Man, that bums me out. Hang on. Apologies. Let's go back over here. Let's just go back over here. Man, that's such a bummer. Hang on. Bear with me, everybody.
yeah, no worries.
And anybody that's watching, you know this is par for the course for me. Let's see. Now let's go window capture. Let's go over here, up here, up here. I wonder if that's why. That's Zoom meeting I need here to put up. Hang on. I don't want to have that up there. Oh, man. Zoom meeting. Nope, not there. There we go. There we go. Hide self view. All right. Now, I shouldn't try to do so many things at one time, but it was worth the effort. It was worth the try. Okay, there you are. You can't see me now, but I can see you, and hopefully, yep, there we go. We're on the YouTube stream properly now. Okay, so I am sorry. Please continue with what you were saying there, Coach.
Yeah, so I took the assistant coach job here in 2019, and I just fell in love with coaching and the girls on the team, and realized it was something that I was really into. So I was the assistant coach for the 2019 and 2020 season, and then was offered the head coach position in 2021.
How do you like it so far?
I love it. It's my favorite part of my day. It's my favorite job that I have, so I really enjoy it.
That's awesome. And you're undefeated so far this year. Big game today coming up, right?
Yep.
And it would be against Archmere, who only has, I believe, one loss this year. So what do you know about them, and what are you going to have to do to beat them besides scoring more goals, obviously?
So from what I believe, they're pretty similar to what they were last year, which is a very strong team. They have a big senior class that is very strong, very talented, and we lost to them 1-0 last year. So the game plan going in today is really just focusing more on ourselves than the other team. We have a very strong team ourselves. We're having a really good season, and we're just going to play the way that we know how and together as a team. And we've been focusing a lot on our mentality, especially at this point in the season. It's really late, and the girls are definitely reaching the point where they're getting mentally and physically just tired after playing 12 games. So we're really just focusing on ourselves and playing our game, and we know this is a really good team, and we're going to come out strong and do our best.
And Lydia, was that a reverse dab there, or did you just sneeze?
It was a reverse dab, actually.
All right. So, Lydia, you're a pretty fantastic athlete, as is Rachel, and you two are a couple of the big reasons for your team's success. But field hockey wasn't your original sport there at Tatnall, was it?
No, it was not.
And you were a member of the cross-country team for 2 years, correct?
Yes.
And Gatorade Runner of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, in your freshman year.
Correct.
And how about your sophomore year? Did you make it then too?
No, I did not.
Okay, but still, Gatorade Runner of the Year as a freshman. And why did you decide to turn to field hockey other than the fact that running is just a horrible thing to do?
I absolutely loved my time in the Tatnall running program. I learned so much. It completely changed my life for the better. I became a tougher athlete, mentally, physically, everything in between. I think field hockey for me was just a good secondary sport, a chance for me to be with my friends and kind of grow as more of an athlete kind of than running, just playing a ball sport and being able to not put as much pressure on my body was way better for me in the long run.
And is your sister on the team?
Yes.
Did that have a role to play in your transfer over to field hockey?
I think so. I definitely like being with her, and it's definitely easier when we're carpooling. But it is really fun. It's a special thing to be able to play sports with your siblings, and it's really special to share the field with her.
And I'll come back to you, Lydia. Rachel, field hockey is your number one sport, but do you play any other sports?
I did play lacrosse last year, and I played lacrosse in my years at Tatnall as well. But recently I've kind of just been focusing on field hockey before I head to college. So,
Will you play lacrosse in the spring, though?
I am not playing lacrosse in the spring.
Okay. So you're one of our state's star field hockey players. You've been first team All State for 3 years so far. Wouldn't be surprising if you were for a fourth year. Not too many people get a chance to do that. And you mentioned you're going to play in college, and I know where you're going to go, but why don't you tell everybody where you're committed to play?
I'm going to University of Delaware. I'm staying close to home.
All right, good for you. And was that your first choice?
Yes, I've been going to UD and like going to clinics and camps ever since I was little and fell in love with the coaching staff and the team and just the vibe of the whole college. I love, and I think it's a really great fit for myself.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that they won a national championship a few years ago too, right?
That's
And
not
maybe
hard.
when you're there, they'll win at least
think so.
another one,
Yes.
right? So tell me what you like about field hockey, Rachel.
Field hockey is such a team sport. It is a game you cannot win with one person, and I love that if you are doing well as a team, you will win games. Like it's all about the energy that every one of us brings to the field, and I just love that.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you also play field hockey at a higher level. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. I am on the U.S. Pathway, and I'm on one of the younger national teams.
That's pretty cool. And because what people might not recognize about field hockey is that we're actually a hotbed for field hockey athletes in this country, this region, the southeastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, even Maryland, where percentage-wise, I believe field hockey players put in more Division One players than any other sport. I believe that to be percentage-wise. Now,
Yeah, the East Coast is really where field hockey is mostly. It's really branching out to like the West Coast and California, but on the East Coast is where it's really big.
hmm now you ladies are in a division. It doesn't matter which division you're in. Both of the reigning state champions are champions for quite some time, and your fellow undefeated team of the Delmar Wildcats. Have you got the chance to see them play this year?
We have not.
Are they on your schedule, or will that wait until? I was trying to remember. One of them, maybe it's Archmere that has them on the schedule. I don't remember. Who do you have left on your schedule? Let's ask that. Besides
We
Archmere.
have Wilmington Friends on Thursday and then Wilmington Christian next Saturday. And that's it for the regular season.
That's it for the regular season. Okay. So you'll likely be seeded one or two, something like that, provided that you win out the rest of your way there. And what do you know of the Delmar team?
Delmar is historically and presently an incredibly strong team. They're coached under someone who is used to winning, knows how to win, knows how to coach a winning program. So they're definitely they're a team that we can look up to and are excited to hopefully see in the postseason. And I know Rachel has played with a couple of the girls on Delmar just through USA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was going to be my next question. So obviously you just have to score more goals, and your defense is very solid too. You've only given up, 3 goals all year, I believe, right? If I remember correctly? Something like
2,
that.
I believe.
How many?
2.
Just 2? Yeah, so that's going to be some exciting field hockey in the tournament. So, Lydia, back to you. You are also playing another sport. You said lacrosse. Talk about your lacrosse career a little bit.
So I've been playing lacrosse since I was very little. I always just kind of grew up in the club world. I spent my summers playing. Last year, I committed to play at Boston College, so I'll be headed there next fall.
That's fantastic. So, how did you end up getting into any of these sports when you were a kid? To be talented now and to get into college, and you see it down south. I remember being down south some years ago covering a game, and I saw a Cape Henlopen lacrosse program, that little camp or something, and these little kids like with little sticks, right, like the real mini sticks, marching around in like a parade full of soldiers, right? And I said, oh boy, somewhere down the road, this program is going to go somewhere because you have to get sticks in your hand that young. At what age, Lydia, did you start playing field hockey and lacrosse then? You said you were little, but how little?
So I've been playing lacrosse since I was like probably 7 or so. My mom played in college. She was a 2-time All-American. And I just kind of grew up with that. My dad played soccer in college. So growing up, I was just always kind of around sports, in sports. My siblings and I were always at each other's games or playing in the backyard. But field hockey for me was kind of more recent. I played when I was in 7th grade and then didn't play again until 11th grade, so last year.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, so 7 years old. Yeah, kind of proves my theory there. And Rachel, how about you? When did you start picking up lacrosse, field hockey sticks and lacrosse sticks?
I started when I was 8, and I started at just a little league in Newcastle, and kind of worked my way up through club and then high school. So, yeah. So I started young as well.
Now, there are more players on a field hockey team than just you two. And as talented as you are and as many goals as you score, there are other people who obviously contribute to your success. You want to give some shout outs to some of them, and who are those athletes helping you out there?
I'll start, yeah. So along with Lydia and Rachel, we have welcomed a new junior this year who transferred from Oxford. Her name is Reese Dollinger. She is incredibly talented as our center forward. We have our center defense. Her name is Carolyn Walker. She's a sophomore. She's a big field hockey player. Again, her name is not one that you see as often as these two, but you will in the next 2 years. She's an incredible player, and she's a big part of our success. Really everywhere on the field. I was talking the other day to my assistant coach just about placements and who we're going to be nominating for all conference awards. And I very confidently could nominate all 11 of our starters. So it is a team sport, and this is the year that I really believe that we have a full team of very solid athletes that contribute to our success.
All right, Lydia or Rachel, want to add some other names there? Say hello to your friends.
I think that we have the best sweeper ever. Kate McConnell is literally our lifesaver back there. She makes crazy plays, and she is always in the middle of a tackle, or she's always clearing the ball, and she's just awesome, and she does such a good job. She's a great leader on and off the field. So
Kate really steps up in she comes up in really clutch situations with the ball, which is really, really good as our sweeper in the back. Another girl that's improved so much is Lydia's sister Tessa. Tessa was on JV last year, and she has worked her way up. Does she start?
Yep,
As a starter this year, and she is doing such big things for us this year, and she's really improved.
So, Rachel, take a look at Lydia over there and then tell me something interesting, funny, or positive about her.
Lydia is one of the hardest working people I know. She busts her butt every day and is not only a hard worker, but is such a positive person and a great role model for everyone on the field. And she has literally done so well. She has picked up field hockey again last year and is just skyrocketed with her performance, and is just a huge part of our team. I can always give her the ball, and I know that she will work her butt off to get it in the circle and find a corner or get a goal. So she's doing really well, and I'm so happy that she plays for hockey.
Aw.
Thanks, babe.
Lydia, same question for you. Take a look at Rachel and say something interesting, funny, positive about her.
So Rachel is obviously the glue to our team. We can always look to her for when we need to get like hyped up or if we need a goal. She is literally always busting her butt to get back, to get up, all these things in between. Like she hits the ball up to me and I'm sprinting as fast as I can, and she's somehow in the circle with me calling for the ball even though she was just 50 yards behind me. She's just a great leader on and off the field. She really knows her stuff. I can always go to her with questions about literally anything, so we would be lost without her.
And which one of you wants to, you can both do it. We'll start with you, Rachel. Talk about your coach a little bit, what she brings to the program and what she means to you and your fellow athletes.
Kelsey, I am so happy to have the past 2 years. We didn't have a coach, like consistent coach until last year. And she was the assistant coach my first 2 years, and I loved her every year. And last year and this year, she stepped up to the head coaching position and has done amazing. She's really changed the culture of our team and made it such a great place to play. Like, I love playing Tatnall Field Hockey, and just the culture that she has made our team is amazing. Like, we are such like a family team, and she pushes us every day. Like, preseason, we were worked very hard, and we were put that during preseason is how we're performing so well so far. So she's created an amazing culture and is pushing us every day, which is amazing.
Lydia, same thing for you.
Like Rachel said, I think that team culture is something that is really important in any sports team anywhere. And I think for this school, kind of, there's different cultures on different teams. And I think that Kelsey has done such a good job building the culture of this team, making it so competitive, so fun. We go out there on that turf every single day, and I know that everybody out there is going to work their butt off. And I think that's just the competitive culture that we've all created and that our coaches have kind of expected from us. So I think her expectations are high, and it pushes us to be better. Obviously, she knows her stuff, and it's really, really fun. It is the best part of my day, honestly, going out on that field.
Those are astute observations because and actually I was going to talk about that too, because successful programs do have a certain culture that people that are from the outside looking in just can't understand. And it's sport to sport and team to team. And you've kind of mentioned some of it there, but with respect to culture and your particular team, are there any kind of little superstitions, rituals that you go through either before or after a practice or before or after a game?
We really don't have a lot of superstitions. We have routines that we go through. I think it's normal, like before we play a game, we do corners to end our practice. We really don't have a lot of,
I think,
traditions.
like,
really.
in the huddle, we've kind of implemented like a left hand like touch. So and all around the circle, everybody has their left hand on the person in front of them in front of them, their back. So I just kind of feel like I personally like that because I think that kind of unites us all right before the game, and we're like, we're one, we're together, like we're all glued together, and we got to go through this together, and we're gonna win together.
So when you're going to all gather for a team meal of some sort, is there some place public that you go, or is there one of the team parents' homes that does the best job? And where do you look forward to going?
We have to shout out Cindy Wilkinson, who has 2 daughters on the team, both sophomores. She is amazing and so gracious in hosting us all. We kicked off this season with a team barbecue and pool party at her house.
Oh, nice.
We welcomed in, I want to say, between 10 and 15 freshmen this year.
Oh, wow.
So it was really important for us to kind of start our season as a team, and she allowed us to do that by opening her home to us. And that since that day, that has set the tone for the way that our team is, JV or varsity. We're one team, and that is how we play.
All right. So fill in any blanks for me that I might have left because I didn't know the right question to ask. What should we know about any of you? And you can talk about yourself or one of the other people sitting next to you that people who are watching might like to know.
Got anything?
No.
I couldn't have covered everything. Okay, I did. Well, that'd be the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, Lydia just shouting out she's shouting out her own TikTok over here.
Follow me on TikTok.
No, I would say just for people to know about our team that this is a really special team. This is my second season as head coach, but my 4th on staff. So I've been with this senior class since they were freshmen, and they've worked hard to get to this point in their season since their freshman year. And it's been really awesome to see them kind of grow into the athletes they are today, and the leaders that they are to not only their teammates, but their leaders to the other athletes that are playing other sports, and our middle school team. So it's a really special group that we have. And I think that hopefully you'll see good things in the postseason. We're looking forward to it. Not getting ahead of ourselves. We still have 3 huge games to get through, but we're looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I want to thank the 3 of you for stopping by the show, making time to do it. I know it's difficult with school and mid-season and all the planning you have to do for both there. So I really appreciate the time and the effort for sure. And I want to wish you continued success today and also through the state tournament. We'll follow you closely. What I would like to have you do, though, is just sit tight there for a moment. Your microphones are going to be live. I'm going to close out the show here and be back with you in just a moment. All right?
All right. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, definitely my pleasure. All right. Now, let's see what kind of mess I could make of this now. There we go. All right. I got that done. All right. So those are members of the Tatnall Field Hockey team, head coach Kelsey Martin, and a couple of their star players, Rachel Whitehead and Lydia Colasante. We wish them good luck heading forward. If you would like to recommend somebody for me to talk with here, I'm kind of lonely during the day, so I'm always looking for people to talk to. Just reach out to me at mysportsreports@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Marshal Manlove. And now from the home studio in Middletown, Delaware, call me gone. Have a great day. I have one more button to push before I can actually close. Let's hope I pressed the right one. Here we go. Yeah, there it is.